Go live. Go live. We're live.
Oh gosh, we're live.
We're live.
We better stop talking about those people in the chat right now.
I know.
Hello.
What's up, Mike Noodle?
Noodle.
Said hi to those
That
people.
was me just waking up because I'm still severely jet lagged.
I have to say something. Mike Noodle was on a children's show. Was it this morning, Mike? Talking to a hand puppet about coin collecting. That was awesome.
That's awesome.
It was really awesome.
It's funny, Mike. We were all hanging around at the Lost Dutchman booth. You're like, Mike drew the short straw, and that's why he's tending the shop, and he's not here at the A&A.
I wasn't there either, Mike. So
Me neither.
Buy the coin, sell the coin, buy the coin, sell the coin.
No, he did a great job. That was fun. That was a lot of fun to watch. So
that's awesome.
Mark, Steve, Hiram, Mike, what's up, guys?
How's it going, everybody? So, Sean, speaking of the E&A, why don't you tell us a little bit about your adventure?
CJ.
Right, so it was a week-long event. We got in on Wednesday, and originally I was just going to do Thursday because that was when the NGC whatnot grade off competition was going to be. So I got through the Thursday, when the event happened. My partner during this grade off, I didn't get to meet him until 10 minutes before the start of the grade off. I just want to make that absolutely clear, because before then, I've never talked to the guy. Because we were supposed to do like a conference call. That never happened. He wasn't on there. It was just me and the other couple guys. And I didn't get to meet him until 10 minutes before we started the grading competition. So that was a little bit weird. So we did the grading competition. There was 10 coins total. We did the first 5, myself and Renee, and we had to kind of assess what the grade is and write it down on a sheet of paper. They had a sheet of paper that was already pre-printed with each coin on there. And we had 5 minutes total, which left 1 minute per coin. So we ended up doing really well. We had like 2 minutes left after the first 5 coins. So we had to walk all the way down to like 4 booths down at the show. And then Couch and Coin Hub came and did theirs for their first 5. So they finished theirs. We came back. We did our last 5. We ended up winning, which is cool. It was a lot of fun. It was the most fun I've had, beating the Young Bucks. That was nice. A little bit of retribution there. The show was incredibly robust. I got to meet a lot of people. Got to meet Ian at GreatCollections because I'm like a fanboy of his, and I got to go to PCGS, NGC. We were able to talk with the people at the CAC booth that were giving away the sample slabs. So I ended up getting one. It's funny. The girl that works there actually used to work at PCGS, so that was a little awkward. But it was crazy, and it's like I suppose it's like Disneyland, right? You can't do it in one day. You have to do it like 3-4 days, and it's the type of event where if you brought $5,000 with you to like spend on coins, it's not enough. It's an anemic amount of money, because there were a lot of people there that had hundreds of thousands of dollars, at their fingertips, and I don't know, it was just fun. It was very overwhelming and chaotic. So, but we ended up going Friday. The show went all the way up to Saturday, but our flight left at the butt crack of dawn, and it was cool. We got to hang out, talk to dealers, do a little cherry picking, with Adam. Coin schools, that's why he's not here. He's out traveling the country, gallivanting around. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun. I ended up doing a benefit auction Friday night on Whatnot for the Maui Strong Fund, which a lot of people are contributing into. So yeah. Anyway, so that's it. I'm so severely tired right now because our flights going in and out. We left on Wednesday at like 5 a.m. So we were up at 3 o'clock, and then leaving to come home, East Coast time. We got up at 3 a.m. and had to be at the airport by 5 or something like that. So yeah, my sleep's all messed up right now. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of what happened. It's the biggest show I've been through in quite a while.
So did you cherry pick anything good? I mean, we know Adam probably did, but
yeah, we did okay. Of course, we were cherry picking
Matt.
and so it's not like he had a ton of stuff, but Adam had some success cherry picking like proof like dollars that were like FS 101s, peg legs, and all this stuff.
right.
So yeah,
Cool.
it was pretty cool. It was crazy. It's cool. It's nice to hang out with Adam and see what he does. And Adam is actually a lot more famous than you guys realize. Because people are always like going up to him from NGC. Him and Ian at GreatCollections were kind of hamming it up like they've known each other for years. So, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was a lot of great people, and nice to see a little injection of youth with lots of money to spend. Because their OnlyFans blew up. So.
I wish I was either one of those. Youthful or had a lot of money, right?
Just do OnlyFans. Say that you could be a foot model, Shannon.
A foot model?
Yeah.
I
Well,
couldn't be-
not until you try it.
yeah, you never know. They're kind of weird.
And the cherry pickers guide, people are getting their cherry pickers guides. Congratulations. It's only 10 years in the waiting or whatever. Yeah, I have 5 that are supposed to be delivered today. So 4 of those will be given away on the channel at some point. So
I realized yesterday I missed my window to sell the 5th edition.
right.
By the way, before
So I got a few copies. I gave one away last Friday, and it's like a preview book. Like it talks about dimes and quarters, and that's it. And I'm like,
That's
okay,
it.
now I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Like
10 years, Sean. 10 years. 10 years. Volume 3 will be out in 10 years.
Dimes and quarters only?
Yeah, half dimes to quarters. That's all.
Yeah.
Half dimes to quarters.
Yeah. So we got to wait for volume 3.
So real quick before we go too much further, Dennis DeBelbus, thank you for your $10 super
Thank
chat.
you, Dennis.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. We saw
Thank
that.
you very much.
So I think one of the coolest things in the Cherry Pickers Guide that I saw on dimes was that they're doing the Bugs Bunny die clash.
Yeah.
Or they've got like 3 of
We're
them.
gonna come up with a better name for it or something. We'll just
Yeah.
call it a die clash. I don't know. Why rip off the Franklin? I don't know.
Everything has to have a name.
Steven,
So this is
so
Thank
thank you.
Thank you, pal.
Thank you
Hey,
so
you know
much.
what they didn't need to put in the Cherry Pickers Guide this time around, other than the 5 on cheap, bull crap, are the Spitting Eagle clashes. Like they had to have 2 of them. I'm like, why in the world did they put those in there? And no, they do not sell for that kind of money.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's the one thing I did disagree on, was those. So
Yeah, those are really common.
yeah, Daniel. Yeah, good call out. Yeah, there was a missing P quarter. What was it, 1990 or something like that?
Yeah.
It's probably a Phil Dye issue or something. So yeah, there were a few kind of like borderline questionable ads to the Cherry Pickers Guide.
Yeah. I know there were a few in there that people have been waiting for a while to see in there. So that's good. But
Yeah, well, it was cool to finally see the FS
Merc dime, the 19, right?
1919 Merc dime. Yeah, that one's been
That should have been in a long time ago, I think.
Yeah. Well, when it was last discovered, that volume of that book was already out, so we had to wait 10 years for this one. So.
Well, that's exciting. So, and Morgan and Peace Dollar proofs. I just got my Peace Dollar in the mail. I don't know where the Morgan is, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I know people have, mixed feelings about them, but it's a beautiful coin.
Yeah, they're very crisp and clean looking, and they increased the mintage on them. So the uncirculated ones that sold last month had 275,000, I believe, and these were 400,000. So the U.S. Mint had a booth at the ANA, and they did not sell out of the proof Morgan and Peace all the way up.
See, Matt was talking about that on the first day, and I guess they did on the first day, but maybe they just didn't have a whole lot out.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they allocated.
And that's why I thought they had just sold out. Yeah, I think that's what they did.
You could have walked up to the booth late Friday or Saturday and still buy them. As a matter of fact, I ended up buying one of each and got them signed.
Nice.
So I got the box signed. I also got the COA signed too. So they're double signed on them.
Yeah, I saw that on your auction.
Yeah.
I like the piece. I probably won't feel the same way about the Morgan because I'm just not, everybody has their favorite thing. The Morgan dollars are not mine. I like the piece better, but that's just me. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, so.
They're very pretty. I'm actually
still available.
The first proof one coming out this fall.
That I think is going to be stunning.
Yeah.
I did end up getting one of the. I did end up getting one of the medals, the Liberty medals that just came out, because I think it's a beautiful design.
That's what I ended up getting signed, and that's what I sold on Whatnot.
That eagle in the reverse is stunning, I think. But and I like the tree. I told you it reminds me of Pebble Beach, California, where they have that tree that comes off the cliff.
Yeah, what do you call that type of tree? Because I know they have them in the Nevada desert too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that twisty, dry. I forgot what they're called. I'm from Nevada, so I should know what that is. But
very pretty. Frostbite, if you're still in here, appreciate you. He just put a video out about not buying the VDB Extra V cents, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I gave you a couple likes on that video. Appreciate that. He's been doing some great content.
Steve, it's not a Joshua tree.
Yeah, me either, Mike. Yeah, it's cypress, maybe cypress, Bob. I'm not sure. It should. I bet you it says if you go to the Mint website, it probably says in the description what kind of tree it is.
Probably, yeah.
Joshua tree. No, it's not a Joshua tree, I don't think. It's beautiful. I don't know. I like the design much better than the horse from last year. I wasn't a fan of that design. I thought the sun with the point and the weird triangular rays was just odd. It looked out of place. Wasn't a fan of that one. Uh-oh.
Bye, Shannon.
Bye, Shannon.
See you in St. Louis, as Adam would say.
Bristlecone pine, Dennis says. Bristlecone.
Yeah, bristlecone pine. I think that's the name of it. It's deciduous in the dry areas of the U.S.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I don't have any other news.
Yeah, let's start.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, welcome to Live Coin Q&A for August 14th, 2023. God, August 15th already. There he is. And there he is.
Am I the only person that crashed?
You are.
I think they're putting down new internet lines, some of that fiber optic crap.
Yeah.
They're probably messing with my regular internet. Sorry about that.
Are you finally ready to go beyond dial-up?
You mean there's something besides dial-up?
Welcome.
Just make sure no one else is on the phone before you go on the internet.
I know.
It's on the Nevada National Park quarter. Oh, cool. Good to know. Okay, it's Amanda's turn.
Finger cots versus nitrile gloves from Bill G. Hey panel, I just wanted to pass on a money-saving technique I use when roll hunting and currency hunting. I use 3 finger cots, medium size, instead of a pair of gloves on my first 2 fingers and thumb on my left hand, as these are all I need to flip coins and currency. Since COVID, a box of 25 pairs of nitrile gloves has gone between $10 to $20 per box. The bulk lot of finger cots is less than $10 per bag and saves big bucks over time. Shout out to Team Blue Ridge Silverhound for winning the NGC grade off.
Yes.
Polly, you got some of those.
Well, not really. I cheat. I tear off the fingers of my nitrile
I know,
glove.
but I gave you
Yeah.
some at the show, remember?
Oh, that's right. I blew it up too. Like a balloon.
I know, because we were
Yeah,
we were
I
referring to
did.
them as different things, not
Yes,
cot.
we were.
I didn't know
But,
that cot
That's
was
for
a
another
word.
show. Yeah, these are cool, but I just use my thumb and pointer finger, index finger, and I just tear the fingers off of my nitrile gloves.
Well, the
And then
way
I
he's
get,
saying,
I
he's
get
saying these
all-
cost a lot less, so you know.
Yeah, but if you
Right.
only use 2 of the fingers per glove,
No, true.
and you just so
Oh, if you could, because you could cut all 5, you could cut
Yep.
all the fingers off. You could use it 3 times.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I do that, but yeah,
Or wait, we don't have 6 fingers. That would be
one
too
little tip.
much.
No, we don't have 6 fingers, but
Wow.
2. Shannon,
Oh, that's
2.
over
I only
a
use
week,
2. So
2.5.
yeah.
Jeez.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, or you could do 3, Jeremy, whichever you use. I only use 2.
I was promised there would be no math and no anatomy.
But let me point something out in this picture. This is why, though, you need to hold your coin the proper way, because even though you got gloves on there, all that dirt, if you put your finger on the field or the face of your coin, all that dirt's going to transfer to that coin.
Yeah.
So be careful. when
Oil
you're
and
holding
grease in there too. So that's just not dirt. That's also
That's
oil grease.
yuck, and it's
And that's one
boogers.
reason I use cotton too, is because it's
she
gonna, it's not when it's on these gloves, it'll spread a little bit easier and smear and whatnot. You end up
I can't find cotton gloves that fit my
like
hand.
when you touch other things on your desk, you leave little fingerprint, your glove marks all over your desk. So, but you can get 20 pairs of the cotton gloves. You can even reverse the cotton gloves if you want, but that's kind of disgusting. I've moved them from my left hand to my right hand so that you have a nice clean side when you're searching a lot of stuff. But yeah.
You guys have any collecting tips that you do too? Feel free to shoot us an email.
Yeah.
We'd be happy to share any tips that we think are useful, and that we everybody learns new things, so gets tips from everybody else.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to where those finger cots are from, though. Just saying.
I know it's right there in big
Pay
print.
no attention to that.
Okay, so 1924 S WDDR001 from Paul S. Hey panel, got back through my Whitman books that I filled in before I started scoping my coins, and I think I might have found a 1924 S WDDR001. Any thoughts on this?
I think Shay looked at this one because I remember looking at it after he answered it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. Can you tell I'm all excited? I'm like,
I
yeah.
know.
I can see the elongated dots even before you get in close.
Yeah.
That. You
Yeah.
got it on E pluribus unum, the dots, the O and 1, and the wheat stalks, and the wheat ears.
The fatty.
Big old fatty.
I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is a coin where you can see the doubling, so you don't need to worry about trying to find die markers on it. I think there's several, though, aren't there, for 24S? But I think this one's pretty distinctive.
I think there were 2, but this
there
one
2? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
Look, even the letters in America, they're nice and thick at the bottom.
Yeah, at the bottom. Little notching.
It kind of sticks out, huh, Shay?
Yeah, that's a great find.
Yeah.
Not to mention you got a little wood effect going on there.
Yeah. Are you trying to say you've got wood?
Stop it. Listen. We've got
That's what she said.
finger condoms and wood. The show has already gone downhill.
We're getting demonetized. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's an awesome find. Look at that E. That's crazy.
Look how long that dot is.
I love cherry picking stuff like that because people don't know. They just post a coin, and all of a sudden you look at the backside of the coin, and you see that. And it's like woohoo!
A lot of
Hey,
people.
Paula, see what Mike said? There might be something that might trigger you.
Oh, Mike. Okay, I'm not saying anything. Moving on.
Or maybe he did that intentional to see
He
if
might
you
have.
would-
He might have. I found a new trigger word for me. You guys want to hear it? Rare. Stop
Rare?
Stop using rare. You're referring to coins. There are very few things that you can call rare. Use scarce. Use scarce when you're referring to certain things.
But not if it's not
Well,
scarce.
this is only
I
one.
hear, or when it's not scarce.
It's got a
We
rarity.
don't see a lot of 1 or 2 on the show
So
or on YouTube, period.
Well, next, when I do my future videos, I'm just going to refer to everything as being unique.
Unique.
Or
Rare,
white whale.
super rare,
Or
ultra rare,
You do need to
kind
change
of
your
rare,
name.
rare-ish.
Michael Kittle rare coins. Listen, Michael Kittle does have rare coins. We're not talking about you, Michael. We're talking about the average person. I just see it thrown around. Thank you, Mike Noodle. I just see it thrown around like way too often.
We're going to start calling
My
him
wife just said sparse.
scarce
Like
one.
Sparse.
Michael
Yes.
Kittle, sparse coins. Sounds
Michael
good.
Kittle sparse coins. Like that.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Or Michael Kittle, vintage under 100 coins.
Michael Kittle common coins. Yeah, it just doesn't have the same ring.
Yeah, my wife also said
You guys-
just said limited. Like
Uncommon.
the trim model on a lot of Fords these days. I keep joking with her, like, oh, they put limited as in limited in its capabilities.
How funny.
Limited. Just rare should be reserved for things like Stellas. Or just
It's just an overall general overused term.
it is overused. Way overused.
but I don't think it's going to be going away anytime soon.
No, but
Yeah, right, Steve. Yeah, next time I order my steak, I'm just going to say I really want a lot of red stuff coming out of the middle of my steak.
it is a hyped word, just like unsearched
A bright.
when it comes to wheat roll.
Joey said the prize that you won at the ANA is a rarity. It's rare because there's not going to be very many, but it's also scarce. It's also, he said that Sean's winning prize is rare.
Yeah, I think my wife is looking at all the synonyms right now. She said few and far between.
The holder that Sean's coin in is rare.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right.
That is for certain.
What, my gold one? One of 2 known?
Yes. Your holder
One
is
here?
the coin is not rare. The holder is rare. That's fantastic. Congratulations
fun.
on that. You should have shown that, Sean.
I know.
You can show it at the end. Yes,
Yeah.
seldom seen. I like that, Mike. Okay.
So Michael makes a good point, because dealers and wannabe dealers like on eBay always refer to their coins as PQ. What is that? Is that perfect quality?
Proof quality, or I don't know.
Or
Perfect,
premier
I don't know.
quality, or what is
PL
that?
is proof quality. I don't know.
Michael, what's your interpretation when you hear PQ? Because
Premium.
Premium.
Mike Noodle said premium. Premium quality. Premium quality. Yeah.
Nice, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, whose turn is it? Mine?
Yep.
From Mark V. Hello, panel. I wanted to thank Shay for the help on the last coin I emailed. I want to personally take the moment to thank Shay for working so diligently on the emails. We actually have 0 emails in our inbox for probably the first time in our history.
You probably shouldn't have said
Shay
that.
has been working so hard on the emails.
Shattering dreams of everyone out there.
Shattering dreams. That's right. Better you than me. Super awesome of you all to do this for others. I've been binge watching all of your lives, and the one with special guest Joe Cronin was amazing. He's amazing. I took to what Paula said, and I watched the process of making coins at the mint, and wow, yes! This should be a requirement to all new collectors. That makes me so excited. Thank you all for the copious amounts of knowledge you've given me. I need some help with this coin. It's a 1974D with what I believe is an attached lamination. I hope I attributed that correctly and gave you good enough pictures. Again, thank you for everything. Yep.
Love it.
Whoops. Oh, we don't have the side view. There's a nice.
I thought we got an email.
I think it came in a separate email.
Yeah, I did. I think.
Yeah, it came in a separate email.
It's okay. I think we get the gist on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So real quick, I got a test for all of the people. Real quick. I want to know if you guys can tell if this is a large date or a small date. I know the answer. Is this a large date 1974D or a small date? Put your votes in now. And for those of you that didn't know there was a large and small date on the 74 and 74D, it is. There is. There's no medium date, Papa Giorgio. Wow. We have some really, really smart people.
And there's some master die devil in there as well.
This is a large date. Partially sized date.
What's the pickup points there, Paula?
Well, the motto is closer to the rim.
Yeah.
And the 4, and there's lots of pickup points. And let me tell you who has a great Chuck Daughtry on copper coins. Has great explanations of all the large and small dates. The 60, the 70, the 82, and the 74s. He's got really, really great explanations. So check that out.
Thank you, Shastina.
This is a large date. Good job, you guys. I'm telling you that's one. I think that the 74 is a hard one sometimes to identify, and that was great. So let's post it.
You're Shay.
All right, hard to see right now because it's covered in my tears. Anonymous, not CJ, I promise. Hello to beautiful Paula and Amanda and you other guys that help them. Just wanted to show you why Paula always says not to use staples, even though I still do.
Oh God!
Not with my best coins.
I have not seen this. I'm already
totally missed this email. I didn't know this was coming.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just downright sucks.
That looks like a retained. Wait, go back. What was that? A retained cut on a?
Okay, no,
It's not
that
a
is
retained
not
cud.
a retained cud. That is a die crack, and it could be a rim-to-rim die crack. I can't see it on that coin.
Well,
There
that's
is
cool.
absolutely no displacement.
You know,
Well,
horizontal
no-
offset or vertical displacement.
That's right.
Would be called a retained cud.
Well, that you've learned a lot since that coin, apparently, because that's
Yes.
what you called it.
Yeah, and yeah.
Just saying.
So I'm going to tell you guys right now, as much as we love cuds on coins and send you guys there a lot, there are a lot of listings on that site that list rim-to-rim die cracks as retained cuds that are not. There has to be some horizontal or vertical lateral movement to the die. So you'll see displacement.
The problem is that not all rim-to-rim die cracks actually become cuds.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And so,
yeah.
A retained cud would mean that the piece of die that breaks off, you know, when you see a cud along the edge and there's nothing there, and so the coin metal flows into that area and you have a blob on the edge. This piece of the die has literally gone away. All right, but a retained cud, it's actually kept in place by a piece of steel, depending on when it's, or the collar,
or gravity.
So it stays in place even though it's loose, and so it still strikes the coin, but you have a little bit of a raised area or a lowered area depending on what happened.
Yeah, you either get side-to-side movement or up and down movement, and you'll see it on the devices, and on the rim, you'll see where it doesn't quite line up. So,
but the issue gets into where they say, okay, well, everything before a cud is a pre-cud, no matter what part of it.
Well, that's not true. Because even like large die cracks, if they don't involve the shank, part of the shank of that die, it's not a cud. It's not going to become a cud. It's not going to break off.
And like you need to look at the variety first, then the markers. You need to look for a coin with a cud before you call anything before it a pre-cud. Like you need to, right? You need to prove that it's turned into a cud.
Well, unless they caught it before it completely broke off.
Well, then it never became a cud. So how?
It never became a cud, right?
Right? So nobody would have any examples.
Yeah, I don't know why they use that term pre-cud. I don't know why they changed that to pre-cud from retained cud. I liked retained cud. Pre-cud sounds a little.
Because it is retained. I mean, it's still.
Yeah, pre-cud sounds a little odd. So yeah, and it like Shay said, it doesn't always become a cud. So why would you call it a pre-cud?
I'm sure everyone's aware. Live streams or YouTube videos is not a forum to sell coins. So if we see that, Shannon did delete a few posts. So just make everyone aware.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Paul Bennett, please. This is not a place for you, just like Sean said, to sell coins. So
if you persist, we'll just kick you. Unfortunately, we don't want to do that because we foster educational part of it, but we don't sell on air.
If you want to shoot us an email, we can maybe help you decide on a platform for that, but pre-cut is pre-dead. And I've seen the thing. Yeah. So Shay, I got this in a messenger last night. Thanks, Dave. He got me all excited. I had a hard time going to sleep.
Yeah.
Shay, you want to read that, Shay?
Sean.
It's Sean's.
Oh, is it Sean's? Oh, yep. Sean.
We'd love to talk about this one. 83 DDO found. Of course, coming from Dave, you know, it's.
He hasn't sent us anything in a long time.
Conclusion when you send an email, that's it'd be something pretty cool. Hey guys, I always check for the 83 for the DDR. I mean, who doesn't? If you're not, then I don't know what you're doing. But there are a few nice DDOs as well. I finally found one, and I'm pretty sure it is the FS101. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sending it.
Nice
That's a
shape too.
Good looking coin, yeah.
This one is in relatively good shape.
Yeah.
Especially for a Zinken.
Got some plating
Yeah.
blisters, but
It does. It does.
Is that a little clash on the back too?
Oh.
I didn't see.
Look at the bottom of the E.
What?
Look at the bottom of the E
The bottom of the E.
in Liberty.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were just
right
looking at
there?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the L and the I and the B and the R. But that's not the best part.
Aha.
That's nice.
But wait, there's more. That's the best
Even
part.
better. Yeah.
Heck yeah. So we got
Yes.
rotational
From K6. Yep.
from K6, so it's a class 5.
Yep.
Nice.
Very cool.
This is a great one. I was trying to look at it on my phone last night. I'm like, Dave, gosh, I can't tell if it's 101 or 103. I'll have to look at it tomorrow. But it's the 101, and he's got all the die markers too.
It's strong.
So, yeah.
It is very strong. If it wasn't for the fact that the FS801 kind of overshadows this,
Yeah.
this would be a really big one for the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of still is, in my estimation.
It's just not one that people look for.
No.
You know, they just don't. They flip it right over and they look for that DDR, and they just don't look for this. And I mean, and this is a scarce one.
I've looked for years and still haven't found one.
Wait.
Yeah.
I also weighs.
So you're not going to see much on the date because the rotation starts at 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
So it's going to be, and I think I want to say it's counterclockwise.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
Or do they count it the way the die was, or the master die was when it was hubbing? Which way is it considered?
So no, I think this one's from the.
Because the second would have been turned clockwise, right?
It's from the weakest to the strongest. So
wait.
yeah, so this is clockwise.
But you got to think of it backwards.
No, that's
No?
so RPMs and RPMs and double dies are backwards. RPMs are from the strongest to the weakest. From the primary, so RPMs are from the secondary to the primary. That's opposite on double dies.
Cool.
Shay's looking right now.
No, we got an email.
Oh, I think
No,
it's. Are you answering an email during the show? You're fired.
But you got to know what the email was.
It's been so exciting. Watch seeing the email down to 0. I've been on there like 10 times a day, like answering. As soon as they come in, I'm like, gotta keep.
We're starting to fight over getting an answer.
I know you answered a reply. You answered a reply to one of my emails. I'm like, dang it, Shay.
So the question was, why are coin people so into stickers? When did all that begin?
What? I like stickers.
Why are coin people so into stickers, and when did all that begin? And I was thinking back.
All the YouTubers that make their own stickers.
Yeah, like the two guys searching for silver, Paul and
Stacks.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. When Sticker Mule came in the picture, I think.
Yeah.
I like stickers. I have a ton of them. Rare stickers, Steve. There are some that are more scarce.
Because stickers are a permanent reminder of them. Like if your kid accidentally puts one like on the wall or on a fridge and it's stuck there for the rest of its life, you'll always know what channel to go to.
I got good ones.
Michael, is that Don? Is that your Don Berry in there?
That's what I was.
Don, is that you, Don?
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, that's a nice one, Shannon. That one looks like an R7.
It is.
Is that you, Don?
Hey, I finally finished my Dayton, Ohio penny box and started my Grand Rapids, Michigan box. And like third coin in, I found a DDO.
Awesome.
I don't know what I taught you, Mike, but you're welcome.
Let me show you.
I learned something new from you guys every time I watch your show. If you guys aren't subscribed to Coin Show Podcast, I don't know what you're waiting for. Those guys are great. No, I'm a new guy. Oh, so you're okay. So that's not your Don Berry. Right,
Welcome,
Michael?
Don. Yeah.
Welcome. Will you sign blue or silverhound? Will you sign the couch coin I got from the ANA auction? I got 2 of those.
Why do you want me to sign Couch's coin?
Because you can.
Yeah.
I got one of the bargain hunters. I got one of Renee's. I got 2 of Couch's. Could not get one of Sean's to save my life.
Hey, I tried to sell. I sold one on Whatnot. The entry price is a little stiff because of who it is, but
Right.
I got one.
First
go around because I don't think people were ready for it.
I wanted one of those CAC sample slabs. That's what I wanted. Not that I didn't want one of yours, Sean, but I wanted one of those CAC sample slabs. They gave a lot of those out, huh? Adam got one. Sean?
Yeah, they did.
Stacy, don't interrupt him during a live show, Stacy.
She's trying to let me watch this again.
Yeah, those are cool. So those are the CAC. Hang on a second.
It's a Pennsylvania, and it says A&A World Pittsburgh on there, so it's really cool.
Show it again.
Yeah, sure.
So those are what the CAC slabs are going to look like. They remind me of the OGH shell green holder. They're thick.
Nice.
They're thick, but this rim around here is it's pretty thin. So I can imagine if you drop this, that would crack very easily.
Yeah.
It's not universally stackable with PCGS or NGC slabs. They're different. So
did they make that
kind of in a class all their own?
Probably won't fit in any of the PCGS boxes, huh?
Let me see. I got one right here.
Is that edge thicker so that it won't scratch the face? Maybe. Is that what they were trying to do?
Thicker, so.
Oh, it is thicker, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Like Paula said, it's like an OH NGC slab, one of those big thick soap bars. No, it doesn't fit in a PCGS box.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, maybe an NGC box, but
that's probably all by design. Wait, next year they'll be selling CAC boxes.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
So there's no GH, PCGS.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of bummed though that they didn't make it with an edge view. One of those TPGs needs to come out with a slab with an edge view, especially on coins like missing edge lettering or something. They should have special slabs where you can see the edge. Sean, you want to show your prize slab too?
Sure. Well, I ended up with some pretty interesting slabs. So there's another look at the Team Blue Ridge Silverhound NGC slabs. It's got Whatnot Silverhound. It says Team Blue Ridge right on there. So there was 150 of these. The ones that they sold on Whatnot,
Dennis,
through NBC's account, all went toward charity for the ANA Summer Seminar. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. They made a lot on that. They made a lot for that, huh?
What's that?
They made a lot on that auction, huh?
Yeah, well, the base price was $20 if you were lucky enough to get one, and then there were 10 that they held back for the influencers to sign.
Yeah,
and then we sold those toward the end.
And didn't you sign one of Couch's?
No.
No. Oh.
No, I didn't. I did not.
You didn't, but you sold it.
Although we were all going to get together like on Friday and like sign one of each of ours, like all four signatures, and we never got to it.
Bummer.
But here is the coin that I won from the grade off. One of two. So I own one. Renee owns one. It's the 2023 Gold Britannia. So it
Nice.
says Great Off winner, World's Fair of Money 23, Gem Onk. It's got King Charles on the reverse. And that's their new NGC slab, by the way, or the hologram. So it's got the QR code on there. What works really nice. You scan it, it brings up all the data of the coin. So it's funny. So I didn't have this in my hand no longer in like 2 minutes. Renee walks over, you know him. He wants to buy everything under the sun. He offered me $2,000 for this thing.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, no, I don't need the money. And then he went down. Okay, well, I'll give you 700 for it. No, I'll give you 1,000. He was all over the place. I think you need a little bit more oxygen in your head before you can make that kind of decision. So
He has a lot of
that's
energy.
a keeper. And they also ended up giving to each one of the participants. They only had 4 of these, so they only made 4. These are the 2023 W Silver Eagle. It just says Great Off Challenge on there, NGC, whatnot, World's Fair of Money 23.
That's cool.
Yeah, Silver Eagle, pretty cool. I mean, there was only 4 of them, and one of each of the influencers got one. So
People are saying, I would have taken that too. I would have taken that 700.
Right.
well, considering that sample slab prices are stupid right now, like I saw that a vault box sample slab sold for $600 like a week ago. Yeah, it's
sample slabs have always been a big thing. I got a book on them. Yeah, there's people that collect the crap out of those sample slabs. So yeah.
And then the first CAC sample slabs are out there. The people were getting them at the booth, and then they were listing them on eBay within 5 minutes, and they were selling for $150, $200.
Good.
So they eventually dropped down to around like $75, $80 by the time it all said and done. But
were they still giving them out to the YNs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I know.
Apparently, they also they did some sort of contest, an essay contest, for serial number 1, 2, 3, and 4, like the first 4 CAC graded coins for giveaways, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was cool. It was a
so
cool
we
event.
have a little bit longer, and you guys in the chat, if you have questions,
here you go. Let me show my coin roll hunting find from Grand Rapids. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
2006.
That stares you at the cat's eye.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me get in a little closer.
That's very nice.
Yeah, the zeros make this one.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. That is so neat.
Yeah, there's a little bit over here on our ERTY, bottom right, top left.
Yeah, it looks like it has a few carbon spots on there, huh?
Yeah, this is the kind of crap I get out of circulation.
Right.
But hey, yeah, because that's nasty. Oh, I saw one yesterday about made me almost want to empty my bowels. It was pretty
Amanda
bad.
has one like that.
Yeah.
A 95 double die. Oh man.
Oh, I'm going to show you one.
Hi, Bill.
This was one of my favorites. I didn't find
How
this.
are you? Thanks for coming.
I don't know how many people have actually seen it. So, have y'all heard of the Eurobus class?
The what?
Here.
Eurobus.
So we have a 2000 Lincoln cent, right? And Lincoln Memorial. And if you look down here, you start seeing the Eurobus flash. You see it? And so be sure you're always looking at your 2000s.
Is that the only place it's on?
I believe now there's some where like 1999, it's on the opposite side, but I can't remember if it's pluribus though. I think it's,
1999, the Mule Clash.
yeah, there is a mule clash.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Anyway,
Good to see you in here, Bill.
that's kind of like one of my favorites from the memorials from a clash standpoint.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. That's one that I've heard about and read about, but I've never seen one actually, in person, I guess.
Oh. Everybody's looking at you, Shay.
Oh, let's see. This was
How bad and like meals and stuff in there.
Yeah.
very slight WO.
Matthew likes those.
Ew, close. You can see the bottom left side of
Oh, yeah.
that's a 2020.
What kind of?
I found this one in the Dayton, Ohio box.
Chad is acting funny. What's Chad doing? What's Chad
YouTube. Well, YouTube chat has been screwing up a lot lately.
doing?
Like you can't type it and stuff, and then it'll come back.
So I'm just going to do a little public service announcement, if that's okay, while Shay's farting all his coins over there. We've had a couple of our viewers make some unfortunate purchases from Coins TV. I just want to warn you guys, it's not just Coins TV. It's if you look on eBay, pretty much anywhere. If you see circulated rolls of wheat cents that are advertised as unsearched, that is a bait word. There's no such thing as uncirculated rolls of unsearched wheat cents. They may be unsearched by the person who's selling them, but oftentimes you'll notice that they even put a date range. They'll put like 1940s to 1950s. They'll do 40s to 50s. Well, how do they know that they're 40s to 50s if they haven't searched them, right? And most of the time, they have actually put those rolls together themselves. Sometimes you'll see them baited. You'll see them, seated with like a Indian head cent on one end, or even a Mercury dime. Or
I was going to say that because like they'll list something with like a Merc dime on the end, and they'll be like, oh, it's this amazing thing. Well, go to their store too, because if they have 50 of them and they're all titled the same thing, oh, rare Merc dime, combination, whatever, know that they're
like a roll ender. Yeah, you ever seen one with like a quarter eagle ender on there? Roll less.
But if you're paying more than $2 to $3 for a circulated roll of wheat cents, you're paying way too much. Even that may be a little bit hefty. I think they usually sell for like 3 to 4 cents a piece. The just common dates. These were being sold for $19 a roll. So if you guys ever have any questions too about purchases that you're thinking about making and you have questions, you can send those to us too. So that is not a doubled eyelid.
There is controversy over this one.
There is no controversy over that.
Yes, sir.
What is it, a die gouge?
It is a die gouge. You'll notice that it just so happens to be on the lowest part of that design, right?
It's pretty cool.
It is cool looking, but it's not a doubled eyelid. I mean, of course, you guys can make up your own minds, and here there is controversy over it. It's an eye gouge, exactly, Steve Boyd. It's an eye die gouge.
Right, Steve says.
There is controversy.
San Francisco bankroll.
Eye
gouge. It's an eye gouge.
It's an eye gouge. Yeah, exactly. So just be cautious when you're watching certain things and seeing certain things for sale. Do your homework. You guys know that, we give you plenty of resources out there where you can check prices. And I mean, for crying out loud, you can go on eBay and just look at sold listings and like take 4, 5, 6 sold listings and average it out. You'll know what things are selling for. So.
Well, the dealer wholesale on weed scent bulk is like 1.5 to 2 cents. So if you can imagine Coins TV buying 10, 20, 30,000 at a time, they are making some serious money here.
Oh, they are making scratch for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we see this all the time on eBay. We've seen it since the year 2000, right?
I don't know what Shay's trying to show us there.
You don't see it? This is the controversial 1956 ESSA.
Oh yeah, but it's not. That's not controversial, Shay. Just so you know, that has been completely debunked. See the two little lines by the 9 there?
It's the misplaced mint mark or whatever.
It's not.
I started calling it the 5 on the date.
5 on the date.
The 5 on the date. Nice.
That one has been debunked. No, P over D, Papa Giorgio. No.
So you can see between the 1 and the 9, you see a couple of lines up there. The top one's very faint, but it looks like an S. And so people were saying this is the misplacement mark.
Yeah, it's not.
It's so this is what lines under 19.
Oh, is that what they're putting now on it?
Yeah, but they still put Wexler dual mint mark.
Displaced mint mark?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is that an old one? That's
no. This is one I got from Adam. So he just got this done.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe because he hasn't delisted it yet, they're still using that listing.
That's why I had to have it.
NumisMedia. We recorded it for you.
We did.
So you can watch it all.
What am I doing?
Coin Dragon, you're right. It's a loose plane issue.
It is. It's a bifurcated plane. Yep, that's what it is.
Or a broken rotator splint.
I don't want you guys to ever take one, because I get very I have a big mouth and I have strong opinions on things. Do your own homework though. When I say, most of the time when I'm saying stuff, it's my opinion. And you guys know, if you've been watching.
I don't think I'd have any coins if I listened to what Paula said. She's like, oh, that's fly poop.
Taking the fly poop out of the pepper. I know.
I would have zero.
Scott, that's a really good haul. Is that a BU roll, or is it just a circulated roll of 51Ds that you found those?
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's different. You find an OBW roll of 51Ds, or even a BU roll. Sometimes people take, OBW rolls out of the original wrapper, and they would like to store them in the tubes. I do. So.
And circulated.
Yeah.
So Mark asked, he said he posted an 83, and on Lincoln's bust there is an 8 and possibly a 3. Looking at the coin up and down, is it a garage job or just doesn't look damaged? So I mean, not sure, but if the numbers are reversed and in use, it's probably a garage job.
So you need to send us pictures, because it's possible that it could be struck through a die fill.
Could be.
Or dropped device. Most of the time though, that sounds like it's a high point on the coin. So most of the time things like that are incidental contact with another coin, or on purpose contact with another coin.
Maybe a little struck through barbecue sauce.
Oh, we posted it.
something. Yeah.
The good old Kansas City style.
He posted it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in our Facebook group?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a look at it when we're done. Now, I will tell you, we had an email. Somebody wasn't sure if they found there was an A on, it was like on Lincoln's shoulder.
Possible structure. Drop.
And yeah, it was possible struck through dropped letter. Thanks, Billy. It was possible struck through dropped letter, but every once in a while, we get something in the email that it's a coin that needs to be looked at in hand. So I was not going to make a I don't think it is. I have strong reservations about it, but I'm not going to make a call. So
Well, the size of the letter didn't match
It didn't
the letter on
match.
either side of the coin. So it was
yeah, it didn't match. Sometimes though, there can be a spread. You know, when it can spread out a little bit. So you can't that's not always 100%.
But it
So
did
I
look
just
like an A.
suggested, huh?
It definitely looked like an A.
It definitely was an A. Yeah, but you know, that was a high point on the coin.
Yeah.
It'd be very easy to have it be contact from another coin. So
Mm-hmm.
So I just suggested they send it to Annex. You know, have them look at it.
Yeah. That stuff and wrong planted stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't really, you know, beyond you telling us what the date is, we can't tell you for sure what you have, really.
Yeah. And we did have the one struck on a foreign.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, though, we can't tell you for sure 100% it is what it is. We thought it was, and that there was a strong possibility, but we suggested that they send it in. And it just so happened that it was, oh, hey, Dave, we showed your coin already, but man, that was fantastic. So congratulations.
Awesome find.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
Yeah, those type of coins, the graders have the machines that do the metal test on them.
Yes.
So,
and they can really, really inspect it, and you know.
I'm sure they also know all of the, you know, metal amounts for the foreigns that they've done in the past and all that good stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was, Dennis. I mean, as far as we know, it was. That's what the viewer said. So obviously, we're going to believe them. So, yeah, they said they found it, and it did look like it could have been buried in the ground. And it was cleaned, and a lot of metal detector finds are.
Yeah.
What is Dave's coin? So let me look real quick and see what PCGS. What grade would you say that is? Like a low mid state, high AU, low mid state? Probably AU, huh?
but I'm thinking like that 61, 62 red brown.
61, 62? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which, you know, you can make the argument it could be an AU 58 also. So they're all kind of close.
Yeah. Paula Bloom is not a grader.
Yes, Frank, I think she said it was determined it was the FS 101.
Yes, absolutely. And if you want to go back and you pause the video, there are clear die markers. Look specifically at the FG on the reverse of his coin. It's clear. It's the die markers, and there's a die scratch from his forehead that's kind of at a diagonal. Pretty obvious. So in PCGS they don't even have any graded. Well, PCGS has a 1 in 61, 2 in 62. They don't have any auction histories, so I don't know what we're going to go with on that.
Probably because a lot of people don't.
Probably because it's really scarce.
Right? It's rare. Yeah. So Doug asked.
Chuck has a price. For
Chuck does?
Oh, Chuck.
I don't look at Chuck's prices.
AU 50 is 40.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit more than that.
Probably more than that, yeah.
Yeah, Chuck hasn't. I don't know when the last time Chuck updated his prices.
He also has it as a class 1, and I don't know.
No,
It says it's a light spread on the date, but I don't see it. Maybe
Yeah, I
on
didn't see any on
earlier
the
dice
date.
date.
Good night, Mike.
I didn't see
Mr.
it.
Noodle.
I didn't see him. Bye, Mike. Thanks for coming. Love you. Tell Matt we said hi. Come visit us sometime.
So Doug asked if retained strike-throughs are worth significant premiums, like a staple or tiny wire or something.
Yes. Depending on the condition of the coin. Well, really, it doesn't. I mean, they're going to be worth, if you have anything retained in that coin, retained on that coin, staple, wire, specifically staple, but wire, they are few and far between. So scarce, very scarce. I don't call it.
Even the stupid little what was it, metallic inclusions also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which would you consider that a strike through or just as a?
So aren't those typically rolled in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prior to the planchets, the
Yeah.
pipe ones, being punched.
83 Obverse fine is an extra motto. Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing's crazy looking too, Coin Dragon. That thing is crazy.
So Dennis asked, when did they start striking mint set coins that were different from circulation coins?
They are still struck the same as circulating coins.
The only exception is when they struck the satin.
The satins, yeah, the satins are different.
Yeah, those were during the 2000s, I believe.
Yeah.
And then a couple of the sets had some different coins in them as well.
But those aren't considered uncirculated or regular strikes.
Right.
Those are satin strikes, right?
Yeah, don't they do SP on their grade designation with those?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they do instate, but then
Yeah,
just says
SP.
finish on the bottom of them.
I'm not. Yeah, I think that's what they do. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Now that I think about it, they're very nice quality, which indicates that they did go the extra trouble of preparing the dies a little bit more differently.
Mhm.
But customarily, the coins any other year are produced the same way that the regular business strike uncirculated are, like today's standards. You know.
And I think
do
the
think that they have
2009
special.
copper penny was not circulated though.
I do think that the uncirculated mint sets, I do think that they are struck on their own like presses with their own dies, but but everything about it is exactly the same as the circulating coins.
Yeah,
And
Joey,
you
wasn't
can't-
that crazy that Bessie Coleman?
Satin finish is different. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they can trick people when they find them in circulation too, the satins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you did a video on that not too long ago, huh, Sean?
The 2009 mint set also has the copper penny in it, right?
Yes, and the proof. 2009 proof and mint sets are the exact same composition as the 09.
But they didn't do a circulated copper penny that year.
No.
So.
No, but people, you can find them in circulation.
Yeah.
Because people break those sets open and then sometimes just spend the pennies and so.
And then they had sets way back when. I mean, ever since the mint started making coins, I think you could buy from the mint. Were they in the actual sets? Like the 2-cent piece came in sets, I think, with different coins.
I don't know anything about that.
Old Bill, you missed our discussion on
I
this.
didn't think that they had, I didn't think until 1930, wasn't it 36 was the first year for the proof and mint sets?
The mint sets, I think, were 47, but maybe. So in the back of the 2-cent guide, there was some discussion about some of those sets, but they might have been proof sets. I can't
But they
remember.
wouldn't have been in 1864.
Yeah,
They made proof sets in 1864.
yeah, proof. Well, at least proof coins.
They made proof coins, yeah, but not sets, right?
But they were
Or
sold.
36.
There were some.
Not sets in the way that they're promoted today. You know, packaged up
Okay.
in a holder.
It's
I think
silver proof
they were offered individually.
Okay.
Yeah. And they
I
had
think the only way to know for sure is the mintage different. Let's say if we were choosing 1864, is the mintage different between, say, the Indian head cent to the 2 cent piece to the, you know, dime or whatever.
yeah. Right. So the silver proof sets delivered in 1873, right? They had a number of denominations. They had a dollar, half dollar, quarter dollar, dime, half dime, and 3 cent silver. Right. So that's the kind of stuff. But he did. The question was specifically about mint sets. So.
Mint sets. But those, so who offered those though, right?
The mint.
The U.S. Mint offered those.
Yeah. And you can go back, I think, and see in some of the director reports that they had them. But you had to be pretty special to be getting those. You had to be pretty well.
Yeah. They weren't offered to the general public, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
2023 Morgan and Peace proofs will do in, I have not a clue. They'll stay at least they'll probably stay at least the same value.
I could tell you this, William. If this is going to be an annual release, because we already know they're going to do Unkin proof every year, it may not be as special as you think. But the date that I personally would keep an eye on is that 2021, the first year of release, because the quality was kind of dog poo-poo on some of those.
Yeah, especially with Denver. And if you guys want to find information out about the 2021 to whenever they stop it, Morgan and Peace dollars, I incorrectly said that they're basically commemoratives because they're not. They're actual legal tender. But to find them on PCGS, you have to look under the commemoratives. To find them on NGC, you have to look under anniversary coins. I don't know if they'll end up putting them with the regular Morgan and Peace dollars eventually, but right now, if you want to find out pricing or whatever on them, you have to look under those two places.
And Mav, the times when you see thinner letters on a coin, that means that the face of the die has been abraded away and there's less and less of the design. So you'll see it get thinner and thinner and thinner, right? Typically.
Some struck through grease can look like that too, but
yeah.
But typically it is from die abrasion. Yep.
Have a good night, Scott. I guess we'll see you next week.
Phil.
Yeah, because if Shay could show with his hands, our devices on our coins are kind of like a trapezoid shape. So the deeper part on the die is actually smaller than the place close. It's thinner than the place closest to the field.
Yeah.
So as it gets deeper into the die, it just kind of gets thinner. So if you abrade too much away, then it just gets thinner and thinner and thinner. Like Frank just showed. And that's also why sometimes with lighting and stuff, coins can look doubled and you can see distortion and call that lighting artifact.
Sometimes on the half dollars, you'll see in Kennedy's hair in the little part, it'll be flatter and bigger. We had one last week where the entire inside of Washington's ear was flat. It was awesome. No design whatsoever showed up in there. They just abraded right over that area.
That was a quarter?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Quarter. Yeah.
Well, it could have been where a die clash was, because a lot of times where that ear is, you can see clashing.
And then you'll find floating Lincoln heads. You'll find floating groups. Yeah.
Oh, and the toupee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Catfish.
Toupee Lincoln.
The floating head. Yeah. So anyway.
As far as those modern proof, kind of like high-end type stuff, like the Peace and Morgan dollars, I talked to a rep from NGC. He was actually the guy that was doing the Great Off Challenge, and monitoring that, and he and I were talking about the newer coins, and he said about 90% of all the coins coming out of the mint, they grade like perfect 70, those proofs and stuff. So it's not something that I would completely dump a lot of money into, thinking that it's going to be a great long-term investment, based solely on that, because there's just going to be way too many of them.
Well, and let's face it, they're expensive out of the gate.
Yeah.
So do you really want to dump more money into them? No. So, Bill, I believe that they put them under commemoratives on PCGS because the 2021, they were struck to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the last year of the Morgan dollar and the first year of the peace dollar. Now they've gone wild and decided to do it every year. I can get the peace dollar. I still don't understand the Morgan dollar. I understand them continuing.
I think because the designs are popular.
Yeah, because of the date.
It's just a premium bullion coin. That's going to be an annual release.
Yeah, there was never any 1923 Morgan dollar. I get the peace dollar, but why they continued with the Morgan dollar, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's a cash grab at the end of the day.
Yeah. But I do like my proof. Very pretty.
They're pretty. They're very pretty. They did okay on the proofs this year.
So far, I haven't heard too many complaints about them. So. Anyway, well, are we done? Yes. Thanks
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely.
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely.
Hey, in case you guys are wondering, Adam will be back next week.
Yes.
So.
He was in Maine, I think.
Yeah. That looks like fun.
With Ken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was neat.
With the mama and dad.
Yeah, you guys, great emails. Thank you so much for following our coin submission guidelines. It really helps. We have limited time to spend on these emails, and so getting it right the first time to us really helps us out. So much appreciated for those of you who are following the guideline. And keep on.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, Steve, you could save it or send it through the email, seeing as how there's like one email on there right now.
Yeah, any questions you guys have, you can send us too. You don't have to send us, questions about specific coins with pictures. You can send us any questions. And send your friends.
Talk about life if you want to, or your favorite fishing spot.
Yeah, all of those go directly to Sean.
Yep. All those just.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Spread the word around. We're just here for you guys for education and to help you guys out and help you enjoy the hobby a little bit more. So we appreciate it. Hi, Victoria.
Have a great week and good luck in all your searching.
Yeah, guys.
Have fun, guys.
1 second. There we go. Okay, bye.